Hello and welcome to my channel. My name's Shell and on this channel I've been documenting my weight loss for the last year and a couple of attempts that were failed before then as well. But basically since January 2021, and I'm about halfway through my journey now. This is my first weigh-in after getting back on track in January. And it's not been an easy week. I found it quite difficult to find the inspiration to get started again. I have been doing calorie counting with the Weight Loss Resources website, and I did go over my calories on Tuesday. I get a varying amount of calories depending on how much exercise I do in a day. And sometimes it gives me up to about 1,650 calories to use, but I'm sure if I was to eat that, even if I exercised, I don't think I would lose much weight. I've only got it set to lose £0.5 pound a week. But this week it was difficult. Tuesday I did go over by about 200 or 300 calories. I was doing alright up until tea time, and then I had a struggle when I was making tea. I don't know if anybody else has at a particular time every day where you find it difficult, and mine is round about 4 o'clock till tea time. Some days I'm so hungry, and by the time I have to go down and make the tea, I will pick at things whilst I'm making the tea, and that is my big struggle area. I'm fine in the evenings, I'm fine in the mornings, it's just that little afternoon area. So I have been trying to eat a bit more for dinner this week in the hope that I wouldn't be quite as hungry. So every day it was fine. I was within the calories. I was thinking today though how really now the plan I'm following is an amalgamation of all the diet plans that I've ever been on, which is a lot, and a lot of them had nothing to recommend them whatsoever. But the main ones that I've followed and had some success with, I still carry over a lot of what I used to do from those diets to today. I remember doing the Rosemary Conley hip and thigh diet. I don't know if anybody remembers that. It wasn't something that I joined, it was just a book that I bought back in the 90s. And it had some fantastic recipes in, and I still use those recipes now, and I returned to a couple of them this week. So I still carry that forward, even though I've not even thought about that diet for 20 years. I still do some of the recipes from that book. And I also still do a lot from Slimming World. I didn't really find Slimming World worked for me as a whole plan, mostly because it didn't have any restrictions, and I need some sort of restrictions on the amount of food I eat. So I did struggle with the free foods, but having said that, it's a very healthy plan, and I still do try and stick to the principle of having a third of my plate as speed food. Because I think that is it does help you cut down the proportion of higher calorie food on the rest of your plate. So I still do that, and you know, there are lots of others. My breakfast that I have at the minute now is I know it sounds a bit odd, but it's my favourite breakfast, and I do look forward to it every morning. I have an apple, 40 grams of oats, and 50 grams of reduced fat hummus. And I heat the oats and hummus up in the microwave and then stir a cold chopped apple in, and it's the best breakfast I have ever tasted. I never get tired of it, and I look forward to it every morning. I don't always have my breakfast when I get up, sometimes I don't have it till 10. And that one is left over from a diet I've done called Bright Line Eating. I don't know if anybody else has tried that. That's a very, very restricted plan. It's more like your Overeaters Anonymous plan, where the food that you can eat is pretty much restricted to protein, bare proteins, vegetables, fruits and oats, and that's pretty much it, and every amount of food you eat is weighed and measured. And the breakfast I used to have there, I used to have, it was a lot more hummus, I think it was 6 ounces of hummus. So it's a lot more, but of course then you're not eating many other calories throughout the day. But I love that breakfast so much, and that's left over from Bright Line Eating. So there's so many different plans that have left me with things to think about. The Weight Watchers plan, one of the main things I was left with from there was when our leader used to say, you can never just say you're going to do something. He would never let us say, right, what's your plan for next week? Oh, it's to do more exercise. He used to say, well, that's no plan. You've got to say, well, what sort of exercise are you going to do? How are you going to fit it into your day? What time are you going to do it? And he always made us have a plan. And so now I still tend to think, when I'm setting out what I'm going to do for the week, if I think, oh, well, I'm going to try and cut some fat out, so then I think, well, how am I going to do that? How am I going to use, what am I going to use instead? And what meals am I going to use that have less fat in them? So my plan now is made up of all those other plans that I've done. The mindful eating, although it was a disaster, has still left me with thoughts all the time of, am I really hungry? Should I really eat something now? Or, you know, and I do try and think about that, although I don't have this hunger scale that they talked about. I do try and think more about what I'm eating and when I'm eating, and am I eating for the right reasons. So it's all, you know, I'm sure everybody else is the same. You know, all these plans have got fabulous aspects to them, and we mix and match and, you know, take ideas that work and make them into our own plan. So that's what I'm doing. And although this week has been difficult, by Friday, it wasn't until yesterday, Friday, that I started to feel really back on it. I've been watching everyone's videos that have been really good. People seem to be getting into the zone really well this January, and it's great to see. Although I have to say, have you noticed there aren't very many new people this year? Normally in January there are lots of new people to start following, and I like to follow new people to see how they get on from the start. And this year it seems to be everybody either carrying on or coming back and starting again after a small time away from YouTube. There aren't very many new people. I wonder why that is. I wonder if it's linked to do with the virus, or I've seen a couple that I've started following, but very, and that's across all plans, across Slimming World, Weight Watchers, calorie counting, just generally. There don't seem to be very many new people. So if you're watching and you've been thinking about doing a video, you know, why don't you do one that keeps you on track? I find coming here every week really makes me think, when I'm going to eat something in the week that I shouldn't be eating, I think to myself, do I really want to stand up on my video and have to show and explain a weight gain? Because although we do it and we laugh it off, it's not nice having to do a video with a weight gain, and I find there's nothing keeps me on track more than thinking that I'm going to have to do that. So have a go, you know, and I think you'll find that it does help, and you'll get a lot of followers and a lot of encouragement. So on Sunday, last Sunday, we got our Asda delivery, and I thought I'd do a quick Asda shopping haul along with the calories of various things. It wasn't very exciting, and I did take out all the beer and the orange juice, which I don't drink, and I took all the cleaning stuff out. But I thought I'd show you what we got. So we didn't get a lot of veg because I had a lot left over from the week before. So I didn't get an awful lot of veg, but I thought I'd show you some of the things that we buy from Asda. It's all vegan food, and it was all calorie counted. From now on, I should be able to tell you the sin values of things as well. So that'll help anybody that's doing Slimming World. But anyway, here is our shopping haul from last Sunday. It's Sunday now, the 9th of January, and we've just had our Asda shopping, so I thought I'd go through with it quickly just to show you what we've bought and an approximate idea of the calories. So first of all, I've got 2 tinned goods. I'll just spin them around so you can see all of them. And one of these is the Asda chickpea and lentil dal, which is round about thank you. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
The chickpea dal is round about 370 calories, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's our favourite. And the other is a new item to me. It's a jackfruit curry, I haven't tried this before, and it came as a substitute for the chili that we normally get, and that is only about 259 calories, so it's a lot less than the dal. I'm looking forward to trying that. I'll let you know how I get on. These are Andy's. These are.
That's it.
These are kettle chips, cheese, vegan cheese and red onion. And these are 771 calories for the whole bag, so it's an awful lot, but they're Andy. I don't eat those, do I?
I'll take those.
Hand came out and grabbed them. And this is what I have for my hot chocolate. This is Alpro Long Life. It's the light.
And again.
Light Alpro, and this is 27 calories for 100 mils, and it's 100 mils that I have in one hot chocolate, and they usually have 2 a day. So that's the milk, and it's lovely. It froths up really nice. And the cocoa powder is Bourneville, which is 41 calories for 10 grams, and I have 5 grams in hot chocolate. And I think that's the best chocolate that you can buy. It's just plain cocoa powder. Another new item to me is Asda. I was getting the wrong way around. This is Asda's sweet and sour rice. I haven't tried this before. It's about 420 calories, but you wouldn't need to have much with it. You could just put some vegetables with that and it'd be a whole meal. So I'm looking forward to trying that. I'll let you know what it's like. Then we've got straight to wok noodles. Amoy straight to wok noodles. And these are 200 and I think around about 230 calories for 1 pack. Very nice they are. Next we've got Love Raw bars. Now these are cream filled. These are 118 calories for, well, it's half this bar, so each stick in here is 118 calories. And if you haven't tried these before, they are absolutely, aren't they delicious? They really are lovely. If you haven't tried them, go out and get some. They're gorgeous. I bought 4 of those. And then these are Andy's. These are Bourneville dark chocolate fingers. These are...
And the way around.
These are 106 calories for 4 fingers. Very nice though, aren't they? Lovely. Mind you, I don't have them because I just eat the whole box in one go. Then we've got Crumpets, Warburton's giant crumpets, which are about 170 calories each. Very nice. We've got muffins, white muffins, which are about 147 calories each. We've got Warburton's potato cakes, which are my favourite potato cakes. You like the square ones better, don't you?
I don't know, I like them both. Yeah.
But I like these Warburtons. These are 143 calories each. And then, if I can dig this out from underneath, this is Raya's, is that right way around?
I think so.
Yeah. Well, this is Raya's original garlic and...
Oh yeah.
Raya's original coriander and garlic naan bread is gorgeous. It's a bit thin though, isn't it, I think? I think it's a bit on the thin side. But we have half each, and half of one of these, you can see how big they are, half of one of these is wrapped just over 250 calories, so it's pretty good really. And they do nice in the oven. Right, just quickly, then we've got cheese slices. This is the V Life cheese slices, 57 calories a slice, and 1 slice is enough to go on a pita bread, so plenty. Then we've got Andy's sausage roll. These are the new Pucker sausage rolls, and I haven't tried them yet, but you said they're nice, don't you? It's
Lovely.
Really nice. They're 370
nice.
Calories, but they're huge. It's a huge sausage roll. Very nice. Try those. And this is what I always get every time we go to Asda. It's Asda's tofu burrito. 619 calories, but it's an entire meal. It's got everything in it. You've got your rice. It's got your wrap. It's got your tofu. It's got your veg. It's got everything in it, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So every time we go to Asda,
it's massive, isn't it? It's a beast.
It really is a beast. We've just chuck it in the air fryer, and it's lovely. It does a lovely job. And oh yeah, here we've got Magnum Almond sticks, which they're really nice. They are, I think, 270 calories each, so they are a treat. I'll be having one of those tonight. They're gorgeous. And then we've got these new things, which are Quorn Crunchy Fillet Burgers, which is a bit of a funny name. Quorn Crunchy Fillet Burgers. They used to be corn breaded fillets. I think that they stopped doing those now. Now they do these crunchy burgers, but they're not as nice, and they're 240 calories. But they're okay, but they're not marvellous. I think that's pretty much everything we've got here. And then, we've got Crinkle Chips today. They're a substitute. These are just Asda's crinkle cut chips. They're 190 calories for 100 grams cooked. So it's a big difference when they're cooked. But then the nice Asda's, just the plain Asda's chips. And then just the vegetables. Nothing calorie-wise here. We've got onions, got potatoes. These are Asda's, what are they called now? Asda's buttery potatoes, aren't they called? And they are gorgeous. I think they're the nicest potatoes that you can get, pretty much. Asda's buttery marable potatoes, they're lovely. Then we've got just garlic, 3 bulbs of garlic. We've got leeks. We've got broccoli. And the red pepper somewhere, but I've lost it.
Just towards the end there, towards the end.
Oh, well, I think everyone knows what a red pepper looks like.
Is it gone? That's it? You know that? There,
got it. Yeah.
Pepper.
Oh, no, it's yellow pepper.
No, it's not. It's red. Oh, well, it's a sort of orangey.
And so that's the shopping for this week. So I'll let you know later on in the video what this jackfruit curry was like and what this sweet and sour rice was like. So I hope you enjoyed that. Gives you an idea of some of the things that we eat. I kept getting everything upside down and the wrong way round, so you would have seen a hand coming out and turning the items over so that you could see them properly. The 2 new things I showed you there, which I haven't saved the packets from, I'm going to have to get back into the habit of saving the packets. One was the Asda sweet and sour rice. It was gorgeous. I really liked that. The flavour was subtle. It wasn't a strong flavour of sweet and sour, but it was quite pineapple-y, and I loved it. I'll definitely be buying more of those. And it was just over 400 calories for the whole packet, and it was 2.5 sins for the whole packet. So I had that at dinner time. Usually I have the Ben's rice, but I enjoyed that. I'll get that again. And the other new item was the red curry, the Jackfruit Red Curry, and that was Asda's own as well, I think. It was 257 calories for the whole tin, and it was 7 sins for the whole tin. It was nice. I wouldn't buy it again, but if I got it as a substitute I would keep it. It was very creamy and not very strong flavoured, so if you like a korma more than like a vindaloo or something, you would probably enjoy it. It was really, really creamy, but I agree with the reviews on Asda. There was very little jackfruit in it. I think in the whole tin there was only about 4 pieces and a lot of sauce. I quite like a lot of sauce. I'll have for a meal a tin of soup over rice, so I don't mind a lot of sauce, but I know that was one of the main complaints, that it's too much sauce and not enough jackfruit. I'd like to buy a jar of jackfruit. I know you can just buy it as it is and put it into things. Andy doesn't like it, but it's very low in calories and it does taste quite meaty, so I'd like to try that. I might buy some this week. So that's everything from this week. I'll do the weigh-in now. I've take my cardi off. It's a bit cold down here and the fire makes a lot of noise. I noticed on my video last week that it was quite noisy. So last week I was 10 stone 13. So
hello.
Wake the scales up.
It's ready.
Okay.
10 stones, 9.8 pounds.
So 10 stone 9.8, I'll round that up to 10 stone 9 stone 10 stone 10. So that's a loss of £3, so I'm quite happy with that. You know, it's not been an easy week, as I said, so I am pleased to have lost, because there was a couple of times during the week where I thought I might even lose it altogether. But anyway, it's still there and it's still going on. So I think it's nice when you start at the beginning of the year, because you get on a roll, as if to say, well, you know, how far can I go in the year before I have a gain? And I do find that spurs you on. It's like a clean sheet, isn't it? Like when you get your new exercise book at school. How long can I go before I make a mess of it? So it is a good start. I'm pleased. I have been watching everyone's videos. It's lovely to see everyone back, and I know a few people are dithering about whether to get started again, and I hope they do. There's a few people that aren't making videos at the minute that I am really, really missing, and who inspire me, and I keep looking every day thinking, I wonder if today they'll put a video up, because it is good to get started in January. So I'll see you next week, hopefully with another loss, and stay safe, look after yourselves, and have a great week. Bye!